Good evening and welcome back. So, let's jump in here and fix a few more things. One thing that I need to fix is the secret doors in the brewery. Since I combined this house into different... What the hell is going on here? Oh, it's recompiling all the shaders for some reason. But since I changed this down here, I still need to fix a few things, because here we have the switch, but the problem is we don't have these as individual objects anymore, so I need to change the way I work with that. So I hope that while this is still compiling shaders, we can have a look at this. At the moment, this is static meshes switch. So let's see. Puzzle elements. And I had this procedural houses switch here. And we might need to change a few things on it. We need an interaction actor. What did we have here? We have a wall actor, and we have an ID. So let's see. Let's have a look at this. I create this at some point for my house setup, but it's not the same anymore. So let's see. We have the static mesh here, and we do have cell number, which we don't need anymore. We need the trace actor. That's something I created. And that's the procedural house here. So we need to change this first. So this is an hierarchical instant static mesh actor. And I think we need 2 of those. Oh wait, are we inheriting from this? Yeah, hope not. No. Okay. So let's see this. So this is the first change we need to do, and then we might need to... Why is it component? I'm not quite sure. But let's create a duplicate of that. This is the source actor. It's the target actor. And hello, how are you today? And like I said, we don't need the cell number, because we are not using that like this anymore. Let's see, the trace actor is just an actor, so I am fixing the puzzles here in the brewery, because I changed this to instant static meshes. I can't just switch out the mesh anymore. I need to do this a bit differently. That's why I'm adding or changing the switch actor I had here to work with that system, and so that I don't need to do it this way here, because this is a bit stupid. So let's remove all this, we don't need that. But let's see, we have the on-clicked, and we don't need this. Yeah, okay, we need to do this a bit differently. So we need to have a line trace going from our trace actor to the wall element. And then I need to cast that to this one and remove that instance. That's the first step. And we don't need all this. But we need the trace actor here. So we need the forward vector. Get actor forward vector. And then we need the actor location. Let's see, can I do this? Normalize. And I think the forward vector for this is already normalized. So we get this, and I want the distance. So let's multiply that by a float. And here just add those two together. And multiply it, not add to it. Okay. Promote it to variable. Trace distance. And that would mean we need to set some kind of actor in front of the walls that we want to change and use those as starting points for the traces here. And then the first step is removing the, okay, this also needs to be changed to remove instance, and I think it's, wait, it's just the same thing, so that should work. We take the index of our static mesh instance static mesh component and basically remove the piece that is there, and then replace it with something different. So in this case, I want to also get the position of that actor here, and then create a new actor there, or new instance of another actor. So for the source actors would be the I don't think I need the source actor, to be honest. But let's try to sort out the stuff first and then see what I need and what I don't need. So we have that trace actor, do the line trace, hit something if it is one of our instances, then we want to remove that. But before we remove it, we want to save its transform. Get relative transform. And save this as a variable here. It's the wall transform. And then we remove it. Then we check if it is open. If that's true, we set it to closed. And we basically recreate the source actor here in that position. So we need our source actor here. Get that. And then add an instance. Add the wall transform. Now play our sound here. And here we do basically the same, but with our target actor. And then we also play a sound. Okay, let's compile that. And now we need to set this in here. I also need to change the static mesh here because I need another one so that I can see that the switch is already used. So let's open up our switch actor and let's see our setup here. Okay. Oh, it's this one that I changed. So here I added in specific static mesh and the lever basically to them. So I want to basically do the same here. Let's see. No, we don't need to call all the rest here. So let's see the switch actor here. The use. That's good. Let's also move this over here a bit. Okay, so we need to add static mesh here. Let's call this lever. Add that in here. And for the switch actor, also copy this one. Let's go over here. So if I am opening this, so activate it for the first time, would be here. So let's add the relative rotation. Here, which would be for the lever. And up here, Let's do this again. But in this case, there's a positive rotation there. So it's moving the lever back, basically. That's what I want to do with that. Because I don't want to add animations or something to this, because it's not needed, really. So let's connect this properly here. And then we need to set up a few things on it. First thing is I need to check here. Okay, here I also need to do this. So let's go to the construction script. Copy. Paste that in here. And I need the static mesh as our parent. And the lever as our target. Because on this piece I created the socket. So I can just attach it to that socket and it's in the right place. Let's compile that. And let's check this out. So here we have a camera that's way too fast. Let's change that. Move that to place. And now we need to connect a few things here. So we need the trace actor. So just get an empty actor. Placed in the right spot. This way I should hit the opened doorway as well, if it's up there. So let's try that. Let's give this a proper name. This would be our trace actor corridor. And then we need to select that one here. So we need the source actor. Which would be the wall inside. But for some reason I can't select that properly. Let's check. soft object reference, object reference. Let's change this. Let's have this as an actor. Same here. Which will cause a few small issues here and there, but shouldn't be much of an issue in the long run. So let's see, we need the source actor, and here we need to do a get component. And then we need a wall transform here. And we need to do the same down here. Let's see if that works. So for the source actor, we select this. For some reason I can't select that. This is part of the brewery. This is part of the brewery. This is part of the brewery. So it should work. At least level wise. So it's something different. Sorry about that. A long day today. So okay, but we can select it here, that's good. This is wall inside. I just need to check which one is the right one. Yeah, I think that's the right one. And the target actor supposed to be this one. Wall, round door, full house piece inside door frame. Yeah. So round. Okay, we need the inside. And let's see if it's the right one. Nope, that's the wrong one. So sorry about that. Let's give this a proper name here. So let's wall round door. Inside stone. So that we can find this easier. Okay, so trace distance, let's make this 100. Feedback sound. What kind of sound did I have here? Compile start, no. Switch actor, static mesh, let's get this. Oh, feedback sound. Let's get this ID here. Did this have a condition? No, it didn't, even though I might need to change that. But I think that might be okay. Let's remove this one. Yeah, remove this one. Problem is now I need to run here, or I just need to deactivate all the level blueprints I have here. So we don't want the main menu at the moment. Need to keep in mind that I need to reactivate that later, so let's see. Don't think I need anything else here, so let's see. Current camera position. Let's see if that works. not... It's doing something, but it seems to be hanging at the moment. Give it a second. Okay. No, it didn't do what I wanted it to do. Damn it. Why did it do that? What else do I need to deactivate here? Let's see. Blueprints, sublevels. So it's not opening up the main menu, but it's doing something different. Why is it opening up the other mesh there? Let's connect this and run through that, because I have no idea on what part it hangs, and it will be probably a bit too annoying to run through all that. No. No. Okay, no. This is broken for some reason. Why is it doing that? Did work yesterday. Let's do the default. You're in main. Let's save all. And see what's happening. Okay. Good. New game. Click through here, start game. Okay, falling down here. Oh wait, we need to do a few things. Okay. We need to pick up the quest so that we can get into the basement. That's also something I need to change, because it's not clear that you need to pick up the quest to get into the basement and all that stuff, so definitely something I need to change. Okay. Now we have the quest, and we should be able to get there. And it's still compiling shaders on the side, which is not much of an issue. Let's fix that damn gate here. also... Did I pick up the teleport crystal? No, I didn't. Let's do that. And then just get up here. I added a few things in the background and didn't let the shaders compile completely, so that's why this is running so poorly at the moment. Let's check. Okay, we have that quest. Okay, if the shaders are not compiled, this looks really dark in some areas. But once the shaders are compiled, it should be brighter. Let's run through the cornfields here and through that. Thank you for the raid, and welcome raiders. Okay, we are back on the road, so let's follow that. Hello. Okay. Now we have that quest, we get the key, and we should be able to get in here. Hopefully. Okay, that worked. Good. And this didn't work. Okay. The first part worked. So it removed the wall that was here, but it didn't add in the doorway. So yeah, let's grab this and teleport back to town. Yeah, it's my light crystal that I added in for dark areas, or if something like this is happening where the shaders are not compiling properly. But I don't think I can get in here now because I don't have the right key for this. And I didn't pick up the lockpicks. So we need to wait. Let's open up the clock and have a look. Okay, this is way too dark. Yeah, it's compiling shaders in the background. It will look a bit better in a moment, once that is done. And then we should be able to see the clock here properly. Let's change the audio here. Let's do that. Zoom. Hello. Just waiting for the shaders to compile properly so that we can see a bit more here. Okay, that's not the way it should be. Turn that off. It should be that dark. So there's some kind of issue here that I need to fix. Let's remove the clock. Okay, but the thing I'm working on here only worked up to a point, so let's check. What is the open set to? It should be open should be false. So it is removing the instance that we got there, but it's not adding a new instance. So that's not good. Haven't checked it in a long time. The last thing that I saw on the suggestion box was that I use the camera again, and that I add cookies. Um, you can have all the digital cookies you want. Um, the camera, I don't think so, because I'm not comfortable on camera, and I would act completely different and would I'm not sure, just wouldn't like it. That's it's an issue I have with cameras. Cookies are definitely awesome. Yeah, there's nothing else there. Okay. Um, let's see. I to test this, I need to go in here and fix these issues. So first this. So if we load the level, we jump into there we go where we don't want. Let's see. I want to get the correct camera position, but let's see. We need. This is not loaded. Let's load this. And let's check the blueprint here. Let's deactivate that for a moment. Yep, enjoy your cookies. Let's see if that works. Okay, that makes it a bit easier to test this. So, but there's one issue that we need to change here. Because we don't have lights in there, so let's change that. Lamp props. And did I not create a proper light for that? Damn it. Some house pieces. Nope. Oh no, it's not in there, it's in here, it's in lights and then in light crystal wall. And let's change that speed. Did a bit of lighting here. I need to build those lights, but they will be enough for preview lights here. Let's see. Let's get some feedback here. So this should be false. So this is happening, and then this is also happening. So this here doesn't work. Can't get the component of that actor and work properly. So let's see. What I could do here is remove that and change those again. So this would be this one. So the first thing we have here, first hit component would define the source actor. So let's add a bit of stuff to this. So our source actor here, let's set this, but only if it's not valid. So let's get the source actor as valid. And if it's not valid, then we want to set it here to our hit actor here, or hit component. And from that, yeah, we can still do this. This is something I always want to do, so let's move this. Here. I always want the transform there. And then I want the remove that. Which is also what I always want to do. No, I need to remove that after I'm setting it here. So let's do it this way. So here we set the source actor. Then we remove the instance. And then do this back here. And if this is already valid, then we want our target actor to be assigned here. So this is the wait. No. No, okay, this doesn't work like that. So, how do I get my target actor when I'm unable to select it properly? So let's get this. Change the type. So this is what I want to happen. Back here, but I also need to find a way to select this here properly, because this is not working like that. Don't think it is. Let's see. No, it's just removing this, so it doesn't work. Let's check something else here. Yeah, okay, it's not doing anything else after that, so it's causing issues here. Yeah, because add instance is trying to access none, so that's not working. This is not defined. So how do we define that? So this way we get the source actor, because that's the hit wall here, and that works. So I mean, what I could do is add another trace on the other side and get that source actor, but I don't think that's something I should do there, because too many traces for the same thing might not be the best way to work with it. So let's see. This worked, but here we did get an issue. As a result, I mean, it played the sound, so it got an issue here, but it still played the sound. I'm not sure why it didn't do that part here. So let's not do it this way, because that doesn't help us much. So remove that instance. That's okay. But I still need to figure out a way to find the other actor here, or the other variable there. So expose exposed and editable. So let's get this. They're both none. And there's no option for me to select anything, pick anything here, so this is not working. So let's try something else. Let's get this to be an actor. And now we need to figure out a way to get the right component for this to work. So let's see. Get component by tag by class. This didn't work. This just didn't do anything. If I have it this way. Even though this would be correct. But it will also, for some reason, doesn't work like that. Yeah, it's not adding the door frame. Okay, and it's also not doing this, so it's causing issues here. Get component by class, return value 1. And that's a null reference. So that is not working like that. It's not good. Primitive component reference. Nope. So we don't... I don't have an idea how to get the actor there. So let's check something else, because I think we can do this a different way. Check was in here. Traction. Yeah, here we are checking against. Here we're checking the component, and then we are setting this here, and we are also setting the index. As well as getting the transform. And this is how I do the foliage pickup. But here I'm spawning a different actor and not adding a component to something, so this is a bit different. Because the remove instance works, but the add instance doesn't work here, because this is not working properly. So hello. How are you? How are your sewers? I'm good. I'm good. I saw that you were working on sewers earlier and looked interesting. Okay. How do I get... Do you have an idea how to get the component of an actor? Because what I want to do is, if I hit the switch, I want to remove the wall. That works. But then I want to replace this wall here with a door frame. And I'm not quite sure how to do that with instances. Get actor component. Can get parent component. Get reference. No. The problem is, what is this? Is this an actor or is it? Yeah, it's class actor. And let's see. Don't think that this would work, but let's try that. Let's see. Nope. Didn't do a thing, caused more issues because it didn't even play the sound. So yeah, we got a warning here. This is not, does not inherit from actor. Would always fail. So yeah, this is not working like that because the get component by class apparently doesn't work. Or maybe I need to, let's try something else here. Let's put this in here. and try that. No, I want to remove one instance and add an instance of another actor. Or of another basically I want to change the wall type. So okay, this also didn't work. I don't need to cast. That's not working. So what I'm doing here is I have this trace actor. This is my trace actor here. And this is hitting the wall. And then I cast to that. I'm getting the transform from it. And then I'm removing that instance. That part works like a charm. The problem is creating a new instance of a different actor. So for instance, what I want to have on the other side is this. I want another one of these walls, these door frames here, appear here. And that's not working. I do have the actor, even though, do I have it selected properly? Probably not at the moment. Yeah, okay, this is not selected properly, so let's get this. No, it doesn't do that. Awesome. Because I'm using a lot of those. And I want to cut down on performance and stuff like that. So I thought instances would be the better way. I had an easier way before when I just had these as static meshes. I mean, I could do this. Do that. Do that, and then. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking too complicated again, and I could just make this a lot easier. So let's remove this. Then I need to go in here and change this slightly. This is what I had before, basically. So let's have the old mesh, the new mesh, and then just switch between those. And the wall actor that I want to use there. So let's go here, grab this. Yeah, you guys know me a bit too much already. I'm always finding ways to complicate the thing to the extreme, so that's kind of my issue. Okay, so this should be okay. Then we have the rest here. Yeah, okay, this I don't need. Okay, so I should be able to just use that. So to make this a bit easier, I have already one of them. Copy that in here. I need to add the rotation into these. And I also need to get the... Yeah, need to rotate this one. Okay, let's see, we need this as our wall actor. Yeah, let's give this a proper name. So this is our secret door cave. And this is our secret door lab. Okay. So in here we have a secret door cave. We have that connected. And we want to change it to this mesh. That's okay. And I also need to go in here, check this. Yeah, okay, I still need to add the rotation here. And for the lever, compile that. Maybe connect this here first. So hit those. And let's try this. Nope. Okay, let's double check. This is our secret door cave. Which is just a static mesh. Okay. And I want to change it to the new mesh here. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So once we click this, we get the wall actor, get the static mesh component, and then set this here. Then we check if the old mesh is valid. If it's not, we set this. Otherwise, we go through this. And open should be false by default. Yeah. And we set it to true. We flip the switch. And on the component here, we set the static mesh to our new mesh. Then we play the sound. We heard the sound, so that part works. But for some reason, this didn't change. Let's just try that. Maybe this is not working, even though I'm not sure why it wouldn't work there. So let's see. So that happened, but nothing changed here. I think I know why. Because yes, the script works, but this needs to be set to movable. Or at least stationary. One of the two. And there we go. Now it works. Okay, so the first part works. This also works, even though, let's check. Okay, so it just flips the switch to the top. Okay, let's double check the connections here. Yeah, okay, the wall actor is not selected. That makes sense. Yay! Okay, that works. And it's not too complicated. Okay, let's change a small thing in here. Set this to 0. So I'm pulling it down or putting it back in the starting position. Okay. Yay! Okay, good. That part works. And it was a lot easier than I thought it would be because I was just thinking too complicated again. Good. Since we started this, let's just continue adding lights in here because we need those. Okay, this is off for some reason. So I'm not sure why these are off. They shouldn't be. So set that, but these are not. Okay, and here I want to have a light, but on the other side. Okay. Oh, and here we need to. Let's see. Let's delete those. place here. Okay. Yeah, I need to go through the whole thing and add lights to it. I'm not sure if I want to do this now or if I want to do that at another point. I'm not. Yeah, like I said, I'm not quite sure when I want to do that. I also need to change these pieces here, especially this one. It's horrible. Let's see. The other thing I wanted to do today is have a look at these creatures that are available for free. And I also already added them in here. I just want to throw them in the world and have a look at them. But first, let's save all. And so this is their sample level for these. Okay, so there's a map for all of them. Interesting. So let's have a look at those. Okay, let's do shaders. Probably just showing off all the animations these have. Let's have a look. Okay, so this is dying, fall down, and this is hitting the ground. And this is diving to the ground. Interesting. So let's jump in here. Those. And then I probably need to create an animation blueprint for these. And bit of scripting for them to do anything in the world. Okay, let's compile shaders here again. Let's see, we do have materials. We have skeleton, physics, textures, animations, but no animation blueprint. Even though we have animation sequences. But no blueprint. Okay. One thing that I don't have, but I kind of wanted to have, probably need to buy that, is a squirrel. Because I wanted to have squirrels in the world. Let's try to look at this. Interesting. Not quite sure what that's supposed to be. Is it getting hit? Strange. Yeah, get hit. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, yes. Using a fire attack. flying. Oops. Okay. The wings have collision. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, they have physics buddies for these. Interesting. Okay, I have another one here. Where is it? Yeah. What do we have here? We have another dragon. While this is compiling shaders, let's have a look at something here. Because at some point I had suggestions to the game. Sometime at the beginning, people said that I should add something like this: catapults to travel long distances, dragons, farming, and for the dragons, I said that it involves a lot of modeling and animations, programming, so it's out of scope. But since I got those dragons for free, and they have animations, could put dragons in, even though there's no fighting them, but could be a dragon living in the mountains that you can talk to. That's flying around a bit. Interesting. The other creatures here didn't really like the look of this one, though it comes with a blueprint so that we can set it up differently. Let's open this up and have a look. And I might not use that at all. But one thing I can take from these, I think these are set up in a way that we can change them, give them different pieces of clothing, different accessories and stuff like that. And need to check the blueprint for these. how they are doing that. Maybe I can learn something from it. Okay, so they're just using the set master post component here for all these. So this is the base, and this is just all the other stuff. Okay. Nothing on this. Okay. I already knew about this master post component. Let's just have a look in here what this will be like once it's loaded. Okay, so we have different hairstyles, or different beard styles in this case. And back there. Okay, this is just the base of these with animations. Okay. Here we have the customization options. Okay. Don't really see any configuration options for these. Okay, so they're showing off different textures and accessories here. Yeah, I think they're just textures for these. Even though we do have different beard styles. Interesting. Yeah, and I open these up for the first time every time, so it takes a long time to compile all the shaders in the background. Even though there are not that many materials, but it's always compiling a lot of shaders there. Maybe it's a setting, I'm not quite sure what it's doing here, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, okay, so here we have the different configuration of these. Those are all the accessories they come with, and all the animations. Yeah, but I don't like the style of these, to be honest. So I might not use them in this project. Let's open up this to have a look at that one. And though it will take a long time to compile all the shaders again. Didn't save. Okay, so this is the base, and this is different add-ons to them. Interesting. Yeah, but same as with the centaurs, I might not use these in the project. So let's have a look at the griffin. I'm thinking of maybe adding the forest animals. But I mean, they were free, so let's have a look at them anyway. Not sure, but I think the feathers are a bit too shiny to either the roughness is not high enough or they have a different setup for these materials. Let's have a look at this. What are you doing here? Okay. So that's the normal opacity. Yeah, you can see it here. They are way too shiny. Okay, that's even worse. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Let's connect specular. Yeah. I think that might be the issue with these, that they are not really set up for complete PBR settings. I mean, the rest looks okay here. No. It's also a bit too shiny. Okay, let's see. Oh, this was one that I added in here. I think there was particle pack. Yeah, advanced magic. Okay. Okay, this needs to rebuild everything. This is one thing I don't understand. Why does it need to recompile all these shaders And there's only a handful of shaders in here. Okay, these are few more than I thought it would be, but still. But I mean, okay, materials doesn't mean equal shaders, so it could be that I'm misinterpreting that. Let's see. I fixed the secret doors. And I need to do the lighting for the brewery. And by that I mean add lighting props and then add other lights to it if it's not enough. And I might add one of the dragons into the world somewhere so that you can find it and talk to it. From the dragons I saw, I think the desert dragon looks more interesting. Ooh, nice. This is something I also need to look into. Tutorials on particle effects and figuring out particle effects. First, what kind of particle effects I need for the game, and then if I have them already in some case, in some fashion, or if I can create them on my own or need to buy them. Let's see. Ooh, lightning. Something similar to lightning. Ooh, what are those? Interesting. And there we go. Okay. Interesting. But then I also would need to get sound effects for these and match the sound effects to the particles and all that stuff, which could be really, really difficult. Interesting. Oh, already. I like this one here, and I have an idea where I can add it to the world. Could add those at night in the middle of the lake. Just some magic boiling through there and evaporating. Ah, okay. Could be a teleport effect. Even though we are not the third person, so it might not be visible for us. What's this? Okay, those are... Okay, those are impact... or sounds, or... sounds. Effects. Or something like this here. Interesting. Not really needed for this project. Okay. Magic missile effect, kind of. So it's also something I might not need. At least not in here. Yeah, they look interesting. Okay. So, let's see. Let's jump back into our map. And let's just load all these. So okay, I need to continue adding lighting in here throughout the whole brewery and also the other buildings as well. That would be something to do. Then kind of like the idea to have something either in the middle of the lake or underwater here. Some kind of particle effect. You also have something, some of the kind of collectibles in the game underwater here, which I still need to work a bit on so that it's usable for anything. Which is not the case at the moment. Oh, there was something else that I had here. Where is it? Weather effects? Interesting. Particles, lightning, dust motes, leaves, gentle snow. Interesting. But here, the water materials, that was also something that was part of the new assets. Sorry, I completely forgot about that. So let's have a look at this and then jump back in here. Don't save. I didn't change anything there. And it needs to recompile thousands of shaders again. But hopefully it will just do this once for opening them for the first time, and then later I can just jump between those and change this. You can have a look into the effects that are on those different shaders or different materials here, and play around with those. Ooh, waterfall. Waterfall and waterfall cheaper. Yeah. Ooh, I like this. Rapids cheaper. Okay, what is colors? Lake material. Ooh. I like this lake material. The only issue is I'm not sure if I can give it the same tint that I have on mine, so that it still looks good. It's got completely destroying those. It's always an issue. Nice. Yeah, and these here are take a bit longer. For the river in the world, I wanted to use the Ultimate River tool. The problem is that my river is really wide. So none of the prefabs that came with the river tool work for that width. So that it's a bit of an issue, and I had some rotation issues with the tool as well. So I still need to look into that. Even though the river tool is really awesome to use. Because it's doing stuff like this without you going in and having to paint all these in. Because by the looks of it, this might... Yeah, I might need to paint foam density and stuff like that, so... But let's wait for this to get this done properly. All these shaders compiled here. Whoa. That was a nice change here. Okay. Oh, it's even working with wetness parameters for the sand here. Interesting. This looks a bit strange. Okay, caustics on these. Some opaque water. Pixelated. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I really like this one because it's having these waves around here. But I'm not 100% sure if this will work with my setup the same way. That's kind of the issue with all these plugins, so I need to figure out how the system works to use it for my setup. But I kind of like those two, even though... Let's see, can we change the colors here? Or is it just transparency? Color and opacity. Color deep. Okay, so we can change those colors. So the normal color should be something like this. And the deep color should be a darker version of that. Normals. It might need to be tweaked a bit. Need to find the right colors that work for this, but it seems to be working. So let's get those colors and let's create a new one. Let's drop those in here. And those are just planes here. That's interesting. Okay. The only issue I see with this is the transition between the river and the lake. How would I do that? Apart from that, I kind of like this. Even though I think I have a similar setup already in the world. Let's see. Don't say those. Yeah, this is the material that came with the river too. And so you can see, since I needed to stretch it a lot, it doesn't look that good anymore. This is the one that I had before. So let's have a look at that. And let's get the would be the water materials, and lake cheaper. Let's just try that. Okay, so I need to have smaller tiles for this, otherwise it doesn't work properly. So if I have one big stretch piece, then this doesn't work. Good to know. Okay, so I need to look into this, find a proper way to tile these, and then add tiles for those. And then I might need to select the right need to set the right scale here for these to look good. Okay. So what's the time? Yeah, that was a brief overview of the stuff that came with the free marketplace assets. And I need to make a few notes. transform lake and river, and then check this out properly. Okay, so I think that's all for today. It wasn't a long stream today, and I didn't get much done, but I got the stuff done that I wanted to get done, which was fixing the secret doors here. Sorry about that. I had a brief look at the assets, and for the water materials, I need to set up a proper tile system here. Or I need to make sure that I'm using the size here properly. So let's see. Even though it takes the scale here and applies that, but it doesn't look that good. And this is my experiment with the Ultimate River tool here, which looks good until you see the waves on it, which are not looking that good as a result. Let's see. I mean, I have a few more minutes, so I wanted to add something in here, so let's do that. Like I said, I like the desert dragon. I like this one. So let's just find a spot somewhere and throw that in there. Yeah, let's throw it back here. Just so that we have a scale for this. Interesting. But all these seem to have a slight issue with PBRs, with the PBR setup. I'm just maybe too picky, could also be the thing. I mean, they were free, so I shouldn't complain about them. Yeah, I think I like that. The other thing is I have this Trello here, Trello board, and I have the dragons, and I marked this as out of scope because I would need to do a lot of modeling and animation for these, and a bit of programming to make them do something. So I dismissed them in the beginning of the game. So, because someone was suggesting add dragons to the game, and I told them, okay, that's out of scope. But now that I got dragon models with animations for free, I could add them in, but not as a big part of the game. And I have a lot of area that I need to put stuff in, so I think that might be a nice thing to find in the world by just exploring around. Still need to set up kind of a character for him, animation blueprint and all that stuff, but and also dialogue and all that stuff. But there's a lot of dialogue I still need to write for all the villagers here. So lots and lots and lots of stuff to do. Let's see. I think I don't have much else in here that I want to show. Even though, let's see, the particles, and I think this one. Set of detach instance. Okay, is this looping? I don't even know where I would find looping here. So I really need to learn this particle system thingy here. Even though I'm not sure if I want to learn this or the new one. So not sure yet. Yes. Okay, so it needs to recompile the shaders here. I just need to learn one of them, and I think I like the idea of Niagara a bit more because I can add more effects to it, more scripting. So ideally I want to have a particle effect that if I pick up an item, the item kind of turns into magical dust and flow towards the player into a pouch on the belt of the player. And that would be an awesome thing, but that's high-end, nice-to-have stuff that I would like to have in the game at some point, but it's not that important. Another thing is carrying around stuff in your hand, like the lamp, that it's in your hand and not just floating in front of you. So at the moment the light crystal is just floating there, and ideally I want to have the hand attached to that, so the character is holding that up. Same with the clock, which is also just floating in the air at the moment. But I still need to figure out how this could work and if I'm able to do that with what I know and what I can do. Yeah, and I also need to add a lot of particle effects, because at the moment there are none, I think. I mean, okay, there's this, which is... This is the particle effect I created. So it's not completely new to me, but this is absolutely horrible. It has one emitter, and it's constantly throwing out these standard flare balls and just has a lot of lifetime, big size, velocity, and a light and a color. And this is what what it looks like, basically. It's a big laser beacon in the sky, but that's what it's supposed to be, so could look better, it could be a lot more performant if I knew what I was doing, but yeah, this is what it's doing at the moment. Because I wanted to have something that you could see from all around the world, all around the game world here, and especially from down here. If you stand on that roof, you should be able to see something over there, because it's part of the dialogue with the sky. It's supposed to be in that spot. Yeah. But as you can see with these placeholder thingies here, this is all stuff that I still want to add to the world. I mean, okay, these are rune inscriptions. We can hide those for the moment, but the rest is something that I want to add. Up here, there's supposed to be a wizard tower. Then we have a pixie circle here. We have a bandit camp on this side. the big problem with the bandit camp is that I don't have the right models for the bandits because they are not human. And I think I might need to either create something that looks like what I had in mind for them, or just buy some forest animals. More forest animals than the one that were free. Ones that were free. And then let's have a look what's over here. What's this? Oh, I wanted to add a goblin cave over there. Okay, here we have, what's that? Cave rune. Okay, there's a dragon in that cave rune now. This is supposed to be an old camp I wanted to put there. I think here I have just an entrance into a cave. So there's a lot of stuff that I still want to add to this. And need to replace all those placeholders there. And I also need to sit down at some point and create this rune system that I wanted to add at some point to the game. That's kind of an achievement hunting 100% collecting thing. You need to find all these rune stones, and then you can read these inscriptions without guessing too much. So still need to look into how I want to set up that system, because at the moment I can pick up runes, but there's no feedback or anything like that. So if I jump in here, I see that rune on there. If I click it, I learned a new rune and it's gone, but I can't look it up anywhere and it doesn't have a purpose yet. So that's definitely something I need to work on at some point. Okay, I can't get into town anymore, even though... Can I squeeze? Yeah, okay, I can squeeze through there. That's something I need to do. I need to build proper gates for the town so that I can remove those placeholders there. There should be another rune here, yeah. Okay, so I learned another rune, but no way I can look those up. So I need to create that system. I need to create gates for this, and what's the other thing I had here? Oh yeah, tiles for the river and that, so let's write those down. Okay. Good, but I really need to stop for today because I'm tired and I need to get up early tomorrow, which is quite annoying, but I have to do that. What's over here? Oh, another camp rune. Interesting. Okay, so I should be back tomorrow, and then we will just do something slightly more interesting than just have a look at newly added assets and the short fix of really complicated system that I had an easier solution for already. Because I was overthinking something way too much, and tends to happen in game dev. I heard other people do that too, so don't feel that bad. Okay, so see you then. Bye bye.